Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Chase at the Movies. We are about to get into the movie John Henry on Netflix. A lot of people ragged on this movie. I think this movie is great. I think this movie might go down as a classic. John Henry is about an ex-gang member who, according to Netflix, had to save two Honduran kids from some human traffickers. They ended up kidnapping the girl and whatnot, and he ended up having to protect the girl once she escaped. This movie is hilarious. The fact that you got big, huge Terry Crews, and whatever happened to him in the past that made him all John Henry-ish. I don't know what that had to do with his speech, but it was just funny that everywhere he went and everybody he ran into, he was just like, "I'm John Henry. Hello, I'm John Henry. How you doing, John Henry?" I was just, I couldn't stop laughing. He ran into the lady from high school, and she checking him out. She like, "Ooh, John Henry, he ain't got no kids. You want to have sex on the counter?" And he like, "No, I come to get some tampons." And he just leave. I say, "Man, your penis don't work, John Henry." "I don't know how to flirt. Just smoke tampons." Oh man! So then, he taking care of the girl, making sure she stays safe, and then they got his dad in the movie. The guy to play his dad. His dad's supposed to be in the wheelchair. The guy to play his dad, he was hilarious. They was giving him all kind of one-liners. He said some crazy stuff. He was talking to the Honduras girl, and John Henry said, "What did she say?" And he was like, "She said, I told her there's no such thing as white bats unless the bats is covered in cocaine and they fly around." I said, "What?" I said, "I gotta go Google that." Maybe there's some bats in Honduras that's covered in cocaine. He's like, "That's the only way you're going to have white bats." What is going on? I was like, okay, typical movie stuff. That's cool. And then, come to find out, the drug lord guy, the human trafficking guy, that ended up being his cousin that he was in the gang with. That's Luda. We look, you seen his face. We just gonna call him Diamond in the front with that thing he got on his face with the diamonds. Look at Diamond in the front, sunroof back. So Luda the bad guy, right? And Luda is just like he just like set people on fire. He's got like a torch. So when you get in trouble, he just like burn you. That's funny. That's just funny. Look, John Henry should have been Nelly. But nope, too late. Y'all cast Terry Crews. And then you had like you gotta see the scene where they come after the girl and stuff like that. You got to see the scene where his father is in the shootout. If you tell me that scene is not one of the funniest things you ever see, I guarantee you that scene that his father did with the gun, that was Terry Crews' scene in The Expendables, and they was like, no. And then when he got the Netflix, he's like, "Can I use it?" They was like, "Give it to us." And he gave that scene to his daddy. I said, "Oh my God." His daddy was like, "Hasta la vista." I was like, what did he say? Oh, this is crazy. And then I seen somebody online, they said they was roasting the movie, and they said Terry Crews got like shot in the head and he didn't die. But look, that happens all the time in movies. People get shot, blown up, thrown in the water, then you wake up there in the hospital bed and all that. That was all the Lethal Weapon movies. That was all of them. So that's Hollywood. You gotta let that one ride, man. It had like touching moments in there where Terry Crews and the Honduran girl, she showed him how to draw because he didn't know how to draw. She showed him how to draw, and he was like, "Oh," because he forgot he couldn't finish drawing a dog. So she helped him draw a dog, and he started crying. I say this is too much. And so like he didn't like guns, and then like when her brother showed up and he had a gun, he was like, "You gotta give me the gun." And then he put the gun in a napkin, and then he folded it up real careful and carried it away like when a second grader get an egg and the teacher be like, "Treat this egg like a baby," and you'd be like, "I will." That's what Terry Crews was doing with that gun and the napkin. Then he took it and he tucked it in his drawer like it was a letter for Santa or some shit. I was like, this is too much. Oh man. It had a nice soundtrack. I like the soundtrack. Shouts out to DJ Quik. He did the soundtrack. Had a nice LA vibe to it. I can appreciate that. Shouts out to my family, Steph, Crenshaw, Jefferson. And let me see. It was a great scene. It was a great scene in there. It was a very, very funny scene to me where Ludacris boys, Diamond in the front, homeboys are sitting in the car, and they had this conversation about that movie, The Human Centipede. That whole thing, that whole conversation right there, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. The way they acted that, them two guys, kudos to them. That was very funny. That was very funny. You got to watch out for that scene. That was good. And then This is where everybody probably got pissed off at the end of the movie. It was like they had a showdown between Ludacris, Diamonds, and John Henry, and it was like the movie Friday. It was like in L.A. and everybody come outside, but it was daytime. So I was like, this is just like Friday in the daytime. And now John Henry done got mad, and he done would have got a sledgehammer. And now he's like, I want to fight with my sledgehammer. But first, I'm going to beat up my daddy's car. And they beat up his daddy's car. And look. Ludacris, the guy that he stayed right next door. I was like, I ain't know this the whole movie. Y'all going around killing people. Y'all stay right next door. I said, what is this? John Henry walked out. And Ludacris walked out. I thought he was going to pull up or walk right out the house. So, what pissed everybody off is the way it kind of ended when they started the fight, and it's kind of like the way John Henry kind of got the upper hand a little bit. People mad at that. When I seen that, I was like, okay, that was dumb. Y'all could have did it better than that, because that was only 3 minutes. The rest of the movie was funny and good. People died and got their heads smashed and stuff. When people talked, and just like, shoot him. They shot him. I was like, yeah. Don't nobody run their mouth, and don't nobody live. So everybody, shut up. Smash it in the head. It was great until you got to that last little 3 minutes. But then by that point, I was like, you know what? Whatever. I just reminisced on the part of his daddy when he in his part of the movie. It was good. Don't let nobody tell you not to watch John Henry. Watch this movie and get your laugh on. This is not Heat. This is not Heat. This is not Menace to Society. John Henry is not gangster. You got a movie in L.A. and one guy got a sledgehammer and the other one got a blowtorch. That's not even L.A. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? With an act like that, y'all supposed to be performing downtown for change. Yeah, ain't nobody running L.A. with no blowtorch. Who's your enemy, Mr. Freeze? Next, come on, man. That dynamic right there alone, sledgehammer versus blowtorch. And they grandmama was in there. She was like, boy, I was tired, boy. I was tired, y'all. Boy, I was 82, boy. I was 82. You gotta see it for yourself. but prepare to laugh and prepare. You see some people get killed. And they look, everybody pretty much died funny. pretty much funny. A little bit of gangster in there. Like, like a Luda was a bad guy. So when he came, and people got it the way they were supposed to get it. And I was like, yeah, that's dope. Yeah, take him out. I like that. Even look, watch for the little boy. The little boy at the end of the movie. See what happened to him. Watch him. Check this movie out, man. John Henry, man. Check this movie out. This movie is good. Don't let nobody tell you this movie ain't good. This is a cult classic. This is something you sit back and have a drink and you can laugh. You can laugh at this movie. You can laugh all day at this. All right, Nathan Chase at the movies. Make sure you like, subscribe, comments. More reviews coming soon. All right, peace.